Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be fixing a bunch of stuff in the LEGO studio. Let's get started. First off, what's going on right here? There's a big bag of garbage. Oh no. Also some instruction manuals, the Star Destroyer and the Battle Droid on the STAP. So this is how many sets we've built since essentially getting the studio. All the other ones that we've had are at home, but these ones have been accumulated over the last while. Yeah, we need to come up with a solution for that. We have a huge filing cabinet in our garage, but it's literally full. And this is like the worst place to have an air purifier. Never put it under a table. I want to try and relocate this thing. I feel like I need to get some banker's boxes. I think I have some banker's boxes in my garage though, because we used to stow instruction manuals away in banker's boxes. But if I can't find those, I'll have to go to Walmart. But we used to keep them all in banker's boxes. Now they're all in a filing cabinet, and now they're on the floor. What do? Do you keep your instruction manuals? I feel like it's something you need to keep, although I never refer to them. And if I do need to work on a particular set, if one like exploded or something, then I do not look for the instruction manual because it's too hard to find. I'd rather just like download the PDF from the LEGO website. So I'm literally keeping them just because I feel like they add value to the set. And if you ever go to sell your sets in the future, it's better to have the instruction manuals. However, I throw away the majority of my boxes, as you know, just because they take up so much more space than instruction manuals. And if you sell your sets online, you've got to like ship this giant box and it just adds to the freight cost and it's just really not worth it. So I get rid of the boxes because they're so big and inconvenient, really. Now I'm getting distracted. We got some more things to clean up. Let's do it. This is the little kids table right here. They're almost too big for this table now. I left some parts here. And also on the big kids table, there's some more parts and a giant green Mills plate. I am the worst. I leave parts laying around everywhere. I guess with that said, it's time to do a little bit of desk maintenance here. I've got my multicolored desk. We got the big long black table, the smaller white one, and then my sit-stand desk. But yeah, just got to clean up this whole area. A bunch of part sorting later. Hi. And it's looking a lot better in here. Neat and tidy, just the way we like it. But you know what? We're getting a little bit carried away in this corner over here. So we had like this Ethernet cable that was fed into this box. I'm always pulling it out. So we went on Amazon.com and we, believe it or not, Amazon is .com. But we bought a thing that's like a spool that will wheel that all up. Sort of like a garden hose, and then I can unwind it, wheel it up. I used to have it in a white box. I like fed it into the white box, coiled it up, and had it go out the white box as like a cable feed. And it worked, but I think the spool will be even better. But now we're gonna reuse this white box idea for all the cables that are underneath the computer. And you probably noticed that there is gone. That's a platform that used to host my computer, like the desktop or the tower or whatever you want to call it. So we got rid of that and we put that into the shelf so we can free up some space here. We also got rid of the garbage cans because they were right there and I didn't like them there. We moved the big air purifier there and now I'm like, these cables, they're driving me crazy. So it's just been like the snowball effect. But now my plan is to feed this into the white box, plug everything in, but have it feed through one of the handles, and then we can conceal all the cables within the white box and put a lid on it and put that right beside the computer. I think it's going to work quite nicely and it's going to help us conceal or just hide all of these ugly cables that I just don't like, but there's not really a way around it. You need cables and we're always unplugging and replugging them in, so there's not really a way to permanently set it up unless you put a lot of effort into changing things up every time you want to access a particular cable, for example, the printer or whatever it is. So I'm going to try and come up with something with that white box. I think it's going to work out. So I started doing this and I got this far and then I was like, wait a minute, this seems like a little bit of a fire hazard. So yeah, I'm not going to use a cardboard box. The idea is there, but that doesn't seem very smart. So that's not going to work. I just want to tidy up these cables in a neat way. This would definitely work, but that's just a no-no. So I guess long story, not short, I can experience the trial and error here today. I fixed it up. So we used a combination of these cable ties, and I know this isn't Lego, everybody, but guess what? It involves the Lego Studio, and maybe you're interested in tidying up your cables or have a better solution, but I think this is the best solution for this particular setup. So these cable ties we got on Amazon, of course. They come in different lengths and they're like Velcro, and you can put them onto a cable and you can just tidy it up. So what we did was took the power bar that we have, that we also got from Amazon, not sponsored by Amazon, but this power bar is really cool because it has the plug-ins on 3 sides, so like a bunch on the front and on either side, and also USBs on the top. And I actually command stripped, I didn't screw it in place, but I just command stripped it right against the shelf. And then we were able to plug in everything. And all of these, it looks sort of messy, but it's all cable tied together. So each thing is cable tied individually. And then they're cable tied all together here. And I put this black neoprene sleeve on it, which was also sent to me from somebody on Amazon. Ridiculous, but that sort of cleans it up. Now there is a bunch of slack here, and the reason we need slack is because this is a sit-stand desk. So if we want to put this in the stand position, we need a little bit of slack for those cords. If we didn't want to have it in the stand position, then we could tidy it up even more, but we just need that additional slack. But now we can be in the seated position, which for the most part it will be in. And when it's in the seated position, it looks pretty good. We can also lower it down and gain access to those USB ports right there for charging. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to work out for us. Not only do we have more space here, and it looks cleaner and tidier, but we also have fresher air. So a huge improvement to the workspace here. Beauty. It's going to take a long time to get used to the fact that the trash cans are over there, though. You're going to be constantly going over here to throw things out. But they were just so ugly and sort of in the way. And this area was just so cluttered that it feels good to have more open space there. Did you notice the new set here? Yeah, Lego sent me Soundwave early to reveal and review. And the embargo is today, but here it is. Soundwave, it's built. I decided to clean things up rather than film the review. But we're probably going to place that in today's video. And also, I was going on about the printer, how we want to have this thing so we can move it. Well, that's why it's on its own little line here, so we can unplug that from the computer and also the power bar. And those cables are tacked together, so we can just move that around, because sometimes we use that with our laptop, which is set up right over here. Why is it set up right over here? Well, the other day when I was building the island roads, we actually did some live streaming. Build a section of that live. And I plan on doing more live streaming. So I'm gonna make this table my permanent live streamed table. So when I wanna go live, I just wheel that out. It already has the computer set up, it has the mic set up, and all I have to do is plug in the camera. Because one of the things that takes a long time when it comes to live streaming is the setup and takedown. So eventually I'm gonna get some more wheel legs for this table here, just like I have on all these other tables. So then I can just wheel that computer out, live stream, wheel it back. And there's not very much setup and takedown. So I think that's going to be a good change too, but I don't have the wheels yet. Mrs. Brixie and I have been working like crazy on our Lego city. And in order to do that, you need a mass amount of pieces. So we actually recently came up with this crazy plan to obtain an insane amount of pieces. What we're going to do is we're going to sell every single extra Lego set that we have scattered around the studio, like the gingerbread house, elf clubhouse, McAllister's house, all these cool sets. We're going to do that this month on Whatnot. Thank you so much, Whatnot, for sponsoring this video. These are the items for our next Whatnot stream, which is going down this coming Sunday. That's July 13th. It's known as Christmas in July. We have been putting together holiday-themed minifigures and sets, all of which we're going to be auctioning off starting at only $1 during that stream. Plus, it's not just holiday stuff. We've got a crazy amount of cool minifigures like Lord of the Rings. Woo! Look at those ones there. Also vintage knights, all sorts of CMFs like the banana guy, and many more. You got Star Wars, DC, you got some sets too. So during our show on Sunday, July 13th, we're going to be auctioning off all of this stuff starting at only $1. All the proceeds go toward buying parts for the Lego City. And our next show, which is on July 26th, we're going to be auctioning off an insane amount of sets, like insane sets starting at $1. It's going to be nuts. So during this show, it's on July 13th, we're also going to be giving away this set for free, which is a Lego employee exclusive. So you can only get this set here if you were a Lego employee. And it's like this giant fireplace with, I think, multiple light bricks and all that. So it's going to be pretty neat. Giveaways are free to enter. Don't need to make a purchase in order to enter in for your chance to win. And if you're not on Whatnot, you can join using my affiliate link, which is in the pinned comment and description below. And when you join using my link and make your first purchase on Whatnot, on my stream, of course, you're going to get a free gift with purchase, which is going to be a horse and a knight. So once again, if you join using my link, that's a keynote there. You have to join using my link, and you have to make your first purchase on my stream. You can use that QR code that popped up on the screen to join. And you can also find the link in the pinned comment and description below. But yeah, it's going to be insane. Like, we're going to convert all of this stuff here and all of those random Lego sets that you see all throughout the studio, for the most part, like down in those cabinets, into parts for our massive city. Of course, if you pop on by and make a purchase, we highly appreciate it. It goes a long way. It all goes toward building a bigger, better Lego city, which is just awesome. And thank you so much. I hope to see you there. Oh, and also, this won't be the only giveaway. We're going to come up with some other giveaways as well for that Christmas in July stream. And then during the show on the 26th, which is a Saturday, we're going to be giving away over $1,000 worth of new Lego sets. It's going to be crazy. And you don't need to make a purchase in order to enter in for your chance to win. Yeah, it's going to be nuts. I'm just really excited about this plan. We're going to be able to build such cool stuff when we place this order. There's more coming up about that in this video. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. I can't wait for this, like, next year or two. Actually, I don't want to wish time away, but the next year or two is going to be nuts in the studio, because we're going to obtain all the parts that we need to start working on and complete these projects that I've been discussing and planning for. But I've got to say that these projects aren't going to happen overnight. They take years of building, right? Like, it's like a 5-year plan of getting everything done that I've been talking about. Giant mountains and ski hills and medieval areas and subways and all these different things. It's going to be epic, though. So that other little mini air purifier is right there. I used to have the big one there once upon a time. The big one probably should be there, but it's quite large, so you always see it. I think that one's a little more profiled. Maybe I need to paint it blue. We're all about the air quality. Got air purifiers, 3 of them, and also I recently installed these fans here. It's been a treat because it's been really hot, and those just come in so handy. So the next thing we need to take care of is something that just looks terrible. Oh my gosh. Like, what is going on here? I think it's time to move this wood pile and just clean up this area, because it just does not look good at all. It's a, see, that's why I don't want this here. Oh my gosh, that was almost a disaster. I just backed right into the lighthouse. That could have been bad. That was a close call. This thing was like leaning. Oh my gosh, but look at this. For the first time in forever, actually ever, we no longer have a wood pile here. The wood pile is officially gone. And look, I relocated another garbage can. Wow. What a day, everybody. That garbage can used to be in front of the Great Wave, and now it's over here. It's gonna look a lot better right there. So we actually have space for it here now, which is good. And guess what? I can walk through here. Oh my goodness, just watch your head. But how cool is that? Oh, that is just so much better. There is this cart here, and I keep forgetting to bring an Allen key set to fix this cart. It's like leading, and I just need to like tighten the bolts on the top and bottom and fix that. But I also want to clear this cart out because it's full of underwater coral reef. I featured this cart so many times. This has just been here for years, even in the old Lego studio, which was my basement. And then we have all this stuff here, which just needs to be used. I'm sure you know the shelf is just full of weird stuff. It either needs to be used or parted out or whatever it may be. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome of that. That's awesome. Way better. There's something I've been meaning to take care of ever since we moved in here. And it's this. Look, I already sprayed it. Oh my gosh, and it's just gonna come off. Are you serious? Why did I not deal with that a year ago? I can't believe Mrs. Brixie didn't, you know, get a little particular about all this stuff all over the floor. They're everywhere too, so I'm gonna go around and try and get rid of all this stuff that's all over the tile that's just sort of making it look disgusting. I've mopped it, of course, but this stuff is like glue or something. So yeah, just need to go around and tidy up the floor. It's just something I need to do today. You know, there's just something about a swift vacuuming and mopping and floor scraping in this case that feels so good. Our tile here in the studio, it's not perfect. Like, there's some things that I don't like about it, but you know what? It does the job. It's good. When we were shopping for Lego Studios, we looked at like 10 different places, and a lot of them were a lot crummier than this. There were some that were nicer and like brand new, but those are obviously out of budget. And when we came across this place, it was like, wow, she's a bit of a fixer-upper, but I think it's gonna do the job. So thought about it for a while and put in an offer, and it got accepted, and then we transformed it into what it is today. But unfortunately, we didn't paint the tile. There's been a lot of people saying that we should have painted the tile because there's 3 different colors of tile. There's these 2, and then the dreaded Star Wars room color, but I don't know. I don't know how painting tile works, so we decided not to. But we still want to do the area rug idea for the Star Wars room because I think that would sort of pull it together. But yeah, there we go. Floor scraped and mopped and vacuumed. Cleanup day. Gotta love it. And now it's time for lunch. You know what? Ever since we moved the couch down here, we actually use it quite often for eating lunch. I edit on this couch sometimes. We no longer use it as storage, which is good. And when we're not feeling well, both Jose and I, we use it for taking naps, which has happened for both of us. So it's definitely nice having right here too. You got a pretty good view. The washroom and the Lego City. You know what? We decided to angle the couch because now we have a view of the Lego City. Hey? It's a little more on the shot, but I think that works out. We can still get behind it there. It's the perfect lunch break spot. I will say it's dangerous having that guy going right there. That's our little shark robotic vacuum. When you got Star Destroyers on the ground. Not ideal. So I'm gonna bring that upstairs and we're gonna begin the process of parting it out. It's nice to get that off the floor, but wait a minute, this is a Lego Star Wars room. What is this doing here? The Silent Mary. Another thing I'm gonna haul upstairs. We've had some spare shelves just kicking around the studio for far too long, like the Half Billy one there. Also, these ones below the world map. They've been sitting there ever since we did the big shelving upgrade, so I want to find a new home for those. I don't know what it is about me. I guess it's just this place. but I always tend to get a little bit carried away with doing things. It's like, okay, I got to clean up these 4 random shelves or whatever it is, and I end up doing a lot more. The 2 extra pack shelves just got put underneath the Coliseum. Coliseum is easy enough to just move when I need to put more shelves in any of the available space within the PAX units, like right up there or wherever it may be. So that's easy. In this room, I put those 2 extra little half Billy bookcase shelves, one right there, and I just filled it with some boxes for now. And the other one is just right over here underneath the Mandalorian and Kylo Ren, just stowing that away for now. Why not? And I put the extra full Billy one right here and actually filled this shelf with these random little like promotional sets for the May the 4th be with you promotion. So there's like the 20 years of Lego Star Wars. There's the Trench Run for 2020. Assault on Hoth, and also Tatooine. So those are filled in. There's still a lot of space, so that's good. And where I got a little bit carried away was actually this. There was some random books in here that didn't really belong in the Lego Star Wars room, so I got rid of those. I brought both those shelves down. I put Assault on Hoth there. Then some other miscellaneous starships. Also the Snowspeeders. Some walkers, and on this side, you know, you can never have enough AT-AT walkers. I put 5 more AT-AT walkers and also a Slave 1. Yeah, we've got a lot of walkers in this room. What's that put us at? 11? Although this one here is needing a little bit of work. It's definitely missing some parts, but those came from the shelves in this room, so I tidied up this right here. Better displayed those sets and cleared that one completely. And on this side over here, it has been virtually cleared as well. So now that's all open for the taking. And I just think it makes more sense to have all that stuff grouped together in the Star Wars room. If I have it here, why wouldn't I do that? Now when you look in here, it is 100% Star Wars. Just makes sense. Ooh, so much Lego. I can't imagine how much dust there is on all this Lego. How do you manage the dust? Well, everybody, I have a lot of days like this. If you watch my vlogs, you know I'm always vacuuming and I'm always moving stuff around. And whenever I move stuff around, well, I go through and I dust. And while I'm moving a set around, if I notice that it's dusty, then I use my duster, my makeup brush, the one I use on my face, no, I'm just kidding, the one I use on my Lego, and my little handheld vac, and I give it a good dusting. So when I was moving around all the Star Wars stuff, pretty much everything got dusted. When I redid the shelving room a month or 2 ago, everything got dusted. So I'm just constantly going around, and if I spot something that's dusty, I just take care of it on the spot. I don't really have days where I go around and dust on my sets, but we move things around so frequently that it all just sort of takes care of itself. So, Mrs. Brixie, what have you been up to all day?
I've been looking at a lot of Lego parts online.
Yeah.
We're in the process of placing the biggest order ever.
The biggest order that we've ever placed.
For parts, yeah.
We're creating like a wish list or a spreadsheet of all the parts that we need for every project down there. Mountain, subway, island, medieval area, amusement park, buildings, mocks.
It's like miscellaneous, yeah, mocks and stuff, and underwater kind of landscape.
Trees.
All the things.
Everything. Gravel road.
Yep.
Ski slope.
Oh yeah, white slopes. White slopes.
Yeah,
I was going to add that too.
White slopes, we need those in a big way. Oh, it's going to be insane. It's good though. It's good. We're gonna get all the parts we need. So, Mrs. Brixie's been. How many parts did you look through again? 10,000 or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, a page of 10,000 parts, and she's just been adding them to a wish list. So, it's awesome.
You have to actually figure out what we actually need out of that wish list. Yeah.
Now we need to decide what we need in quantity. It's a big job, because because there's a lot of things to plan for.
Yep.
Right on. Yeah, that's what she's been up to. It's been a task, that's for sure. I thought I wasn't going to use the couch as a storage spot, but hey, look what I found, everybody. It's a couple Lego sets. Ooh, it's the medieval Seaside Market. That thing actually looks sick. I haven't looked at this, honestly, since I ordered it. Wow, it's one of the Bricklink Designer Program sets, and it doesn't want to come out of the box. Look at that bad boy. Wow, the other side of it looks even better. Oh my gosh, I actually like that. That, like, what does it close up? So it looks like that? Or is that the back side of it? That must be the back side of it? Whoa, that's awesome. And this one is, boom, the Siege Encampment, I believe it is. There we go. That is epic. For the medieval area, when we get around to building the medieval area, it's gonna look awesome. Look at that. It's like the tower. There's the trebuchet, I don't know, catapult, that's what we're gonna call it, because I don't know, I forget the exact terminology. And also the hero tents. Whoa, that's also a cool tent over here too. We've got ones like that in the campground. You wanna see something funny? So I went to a wedding in a small town not too long ago, and we went to this random store called Fields. Not really random, it's just like a store that sort of sells everything in small towns. And while I was there, I found this for $3. So we grabbed a couple of them. As I was thinking to myself, well, look at this. I could reach that with my hands, but say for example, I wanted to grab this vehicle and place it way over there. Well, there you go. Hey, I am unstoppable. So everybody, what do you think I should work on tomorrow? I'm thinking island. I'm thinking water detail, because I think we should just use every single blue, black, and dark blue element that we have just to do the base layer of water, and then start laying the tiles, and that will really transform this area. Because you see the tan and dark gray right there, yeah, that's all going to be blue, right? It's all going to be like that over there, so it's going to make it look a lot better. But in order to do that, I need to start working on the beaches and the little boat docks and everything on this little island as well. So I guess I'll just start doing that tomorrow. That's probably what I'll take care of. So I don't know why I asked your opinion, because that's probably what I'm going to do. So today or tonight before I leave, maybe while my video is rendering or whatever it is, I'll pull out all the parts to do that. I actually created a new bin up here. Yeah, I forgot to play Soundwave. Yeah, I don't have time to do an overview on Soundwave, but I've got some thoughts on it. Yeah, pretty cool. I'll place that with the other ones in a future video or an Instagram reel or something like that. Ooh, some pretty interesting print elements. Man, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing a review right now, but there you go, Soundwave. This is the water part drawer. So we've been accumulating blue elements for quite some time. And we picked them up from the brick bin the other day. And then we have our other blue elements over here. So I'm sure we'll consume all of this and all of this to detail that water. So I feel like throwing all those parts down is going to be my job tomorrow. Also, I'm sure of it. I'm just positive that we have a big old bag of Translite blue tiles. Yeah, there we go. You know what I need to do? I need to find like containers that'll fit in here. Unfortunately, I could cut more shelves, but they don't sell the shelves for whatever reason. But I think containers that fit perfectly in there, and we can pull out the container rather than just having all the bags tossed in here loosely. But yeah, I guess we'll keep this out or throw it back in there for now. And we'll get that water detail done tomorrow. Perfect. Yeah, done tomorrow. There is no way I'll be able to get all of that done tomorrow. And I honestly don't think we have enough pieces It's going to be insane how many pieces it takes to detail that water. And it's going to be even more insane think about how long it's going to take because we're using small elements, 1x4, 2x4, 1x2, 1x1, etc. But it's going to look phenomenal in the end. And just like the gravel roads, just like the brick built roads, just like everything that consumes a ton of pieces, it's going to be worth it and it's going to be super cool. Oh yeah, I cleared this here because I've been mentioning it before. I want to paint this the same gradient of blue. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the clouds. Didn't look that complicated, and I sat here and watched the mural artist do it. So I could probably paint the clouds, to be honest with you. We'll see. Mrs. Brixie probably could too. But we're for sure gonna paint this blue right away. It's gonna use a big paint roller and go right up the stairs here. Yeah, it's gonna help this perspective. Why didn't I get it blue all the way to the edge of the wall, right? You see this? Doesn't look any good. Come on. Gotta fix that. You know, you gotta take days like this. I love days like this. Just walking around, fixing little things, building new displays, cleaning stuff up. And honestly, I think the studio is just looking prime right now. And Mrs. Brixie, she's working on that order. We're gonna work on it together. I'm gonna go through the parts and help finalize all the numbers and stuff like that. Of course, it's a group effort here, but we're gonna get enough base plates to base plate this entire thing right here and mills plate it, which is a lot, especially when you want to do different heights and stuff. And a project that has been put on hold for way too long is the subway. And we're gonna get enough base plates to mills plate that entire thing. You know how I cut these to a certain length? So what we're going to do is we're going to get the 10-inch base plates, because this is a 10-inch piece of wood. And then wherever it ends right here, we're going to cut the next one to size. And then we're going to glue the one on either end down so they don't move, and then tack them together with Lego. So then the sections are still modular and can be removed. That's how it's going to have to be done. But yeah, we're going to order enough pieces, not to mills plate that, but enough base plates to base plate the entire thing, and we can start moving forward with that too, which will be good. We'll order stuff for the deep sea area. We're gonna order stuff for the island. We're gonna order stuff for the mountains, the amusement park, the winter village, the countryside, the medieval area, pretty much everything. But I'm just thrilled with like the amount of progress that we've made over the last little while. It is tremendous, but you can't make progress without having a ridiculous amount of pieces. So like I was mentioning earlier, we're literally gonna take all that stuff and convert it into pieces, and it's gonna be absolutely insane. But hey, I spent all day just like going around, cleaning stuff up, making changes, and I'm really happy with the outcome. Plus, I don't know how long I spent vacuuming today, but a long time. I vacuumed this entire studio. And so did my little buddy there, the shark vacuum. So yeah, it looks pristine. I love that. That's how you manage the dust, and it just, I don't know, there's just something about it. It just makes me feel so good. I feel so accomplished when I go around and clean things up like we did today. It's awesome. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Hope you enjoyed it. Sort of cash, super cash actually. It's the best. Have yourselves a great day. Bye for now.